Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out on March 20th, and I got some raw gameplay that you're going to be seeing in just a bit. There's timestamps so you to go check that out. But before we get into that, I wanted to discuss a couple of different things that I'm really excited about when it comes to this games and that you should be looking forward to as well. If you're an AC fan, Assassin's Creed fan, like myself, then you know what to expect more or less when it comes to the series. You're going to get combat, which you're watching now. You'll see some stealth, of course, some parkour, and then, of course, the open world exploration. All of those things combined together while you are experiencing a story plus some side missions. When we know that, but this game has been tailor-made to what some of the fans have wanted or complained about. And they basically have tweaked a lot of little things and changed the game a ton. So my impressions so far from all of the people who's had hands-on, and I mean there's probably close to 100 people who already have had hands-on, and I'm going to be covering all of that, bringing you all the footage and information that I can. But from everything that I've seen and heard from people, it basically explained that yes, this feels somewhat like Valhalla in some ways, but of course there's some new parkour, there's some new stealth, there's a lot of new features and mechanics that change it a ton. And so they're building on top of what we've already seen and taking the good stuff out while adding new elements. And there's a lot to discuss about that and what you might like or dislike. One of the interesting parts and conversation pieces that we can talk about is the two characters. You have Naue, who, as you can see here, she's supposed to be the stealth character, parkour focused. And then we have Yatsuke, who's more of the combat focused character, who's going to get in there and do some brutal things. I don't think one or the other are wrong or bad or anything like that. I think the fact that you're given this option is very cool. You can basically switch back and forth a ton throughout the game, in between the missions, before missions, of course, and then exploring as well. And they all have their qualities. Somebody like me who loves stealth will focus on stealth, but I'm also a combat focused person who will enjoy that when the time comes to do that. But they both can hold their own in the respective places that we might think are weak. So Yatsuke can use his bow and arrow and still sneak around a bit when necessary. And then Naue can get into combat. So understanding that and knowing that you can pick between them and there will be some challenges still makes it a fun game and interesting. And to me, that'll be the biggest question mark left after all the people who has played it and talked about it. Nobody has the answer to that because we all haven't played the full game and we don't know the experience that will come out of it. But either way, I do think it's going to be exciting and interesting to play as both and go back and forth. And it makes me feel like I'm going to do multiple playthroughs just to experience both sides. And so that's something I'm very much excited about and super interested in, and I cannot wait to see how it goes. Another thing I wanted to talk about with these new features and mechanics is that there's plenty, and I mean like both characters definitely are fleshed out. So you're gonna have your own experience with Naue. As you can see here, she's fighting a boss fight. She's doing her thing, taking out this enemy, regular enemy, and then proceeding. As well as Yatsuke, they have their own skill trees. They have their own, abilities and things that's going to make them special. And I think that's important. So I cannot wait to see how that plays out. Now, what I want to do is take a little moment to thank everybody for watching. We're going to be covering this extensively for the rest of the year, basically. So feel free to enjoy it with us as we proceed to give you what you need, and go right ahead and check out this raw footage. I'll come back at the end and we can have a little chat about some of this. All right? See you there.
Good view from here.
So I just wanted to tell you guys this game is going to be spectacular. Personally, I do feel like it's going to be one of the best Assassin's Creed games in recent years. They pretty much tailor-made a lot of things that we might have complained about that we want to change, or added new things that we also wanted into the game. So flashier parkour, you know, more smoother stealth and opportunities. You know, the combat feels weighty, actual, you know, well done. Things like that that are important for players like myself who's been playing the series since day one. So super exciting to see what is possible. Again, the full game isn't out. We've been playing one section. And I'm going to be covering the series, and I'm going to do full breakdowns. If you've already heard a lot of the information, don't worry. I'm going to have new, deeper dives. There's plenty of stuff to get into as well. But we want to try to introduce everybody in my community to this game, because when it releases, I will be streaming it. And the goal is to unite as a community, enjoying it as much as possible. So hope you guys have some fun with this footage, and that you lock in on the channel for future content, because we're going to be dropping consistent content for you guys as we go forward. Let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to the gameplay, any questions that you might have as far as what is it offering and all of that good stuff. Feel free to start the party. I'll see y'all in the comments. Peace.